Hey friend, welcome back to Chronic Health Solutions. Okay, I have a question. Are your shoulders up by your ears again? Is your stomach in knots and your chest is tight, but you didn't even realize it? In today's episode, I am going to be sharing a quick 5-minute body check-in that's going to help you to catch stress before it spirals out of control. It's also going to help you to reconnect with your body and feel calmer in just a few minutes a day. Let's get started. Welcome to Chronic Health Solutions. If you are more than just a tired mom, I'm talking trying to make it through the day without crashing by noon, you're not alone. I'm Ashley, a wife, mom, and certified health coach. I've been where you are, battling chronic health symptoms such as brain fog, joint pain, and fatigue that made me wonder if I'd ever feel like myself again. After uncovering root causes like stress, poor sleep, and hormone imbalance, I found simple health routines to feel better, one habit at a time. Keeping up with your kids is not impossible. Pop in your earbuds and take a break from the chaos. It's you time. All right, before we get started, if this podcast has helped you to feel seen or supported, would you take 30 seconds to leave a quick review? It's going to help other moms who are struggling with chronic symptoms like fatigue, stress, or burnout to find this show too. Or you can share this episode with a friend who you know has been battling chronic symptoms and is feeling really overwhelmed. This might just be the encouragement that they need. All right, friends, let's get into it. Okay, this is something that I have been thinking about and really focusing on lately, and so I just really wanted to share it with you. And I'm going to give you kind of an example of this, in my own real life situations. I had one of these mornings recently. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's the one where nothing is really going wrong, but you're just on edge and irritable for no apparent reason. What I've realized is like whenever I finally pause for a second and check in with my body and see what's going on, often my jaw is clenched, my chest is tight, and my shoulders are practically touching my ears. And it's like, okay, no wonder I felt off. My body was feeling so stressed. It was giving me these signs and I didn't realize it. And those moments that have been happening for me lately have reminded me of something so important. And that is that often our bodies are screaming for help before our minds even realized we're stressed. So many of us are really operating in this low-level stress mode all of the time. It's like this chronic low-level stress is kind of what I call it. It's basically like background noise. We're rushing, we're juggling things all the time, we're running on empty, and we don't even notice the toll that it's taking on our body. I used to think that stress showed up as like panic attacks or anxiety or maybe like extreme overwhelm. But what I have noticed for me is that typically it shows up in like a clenched jaw or my shoulders, tension in my shoulders, tension headaches, things like that. For you, maybe it's a tight chest, digestive issues. It could be neck pain or just feeling really irritable and snappy. The problem is that often we're so busy that we don't pause long enough to check in with ourselves. And that pause, that really is the key to interrupting the stress cycle before it snowballs. So this is what I have been focusing on lately that has made a huge difference for me. And it's just doing a simple 5-minute check-in that I really have been trying to do daily to help to reset my nervous system, especially on those days whenever I'm just feeling extremely stressed or exhausted, or if I know I've had a lot of stress on my body or just emotional stress or situational stress or anything like that. Okay, so step one is you're going to notice the tension. And this comes by, again, we're trying to set aside time to be aware of what's actually going on in our bodies. So what I do is I start by asking myself, is my jaw clenched? Like noticing, because I tend to clench my jaw. Is it clenched? Are my shoulders raised up towards my ears instead of down? Are they tight? Do I feel tightness in my chest? Is my stomach upset or feeling in knots? Do I feel pressure in my head or behind my eyes? And I want to say, if none of these are clicking for you, if you're thinking, yeah, none of these seem like where I carry stress in my body, then I just want to encourage you to get a little bit curious and say, okay, maybe it's somewhere else in my body. So if you're having those times where you know you are feeling stressed, check in with yourself and see, where am I carrying that stress at in my body? And then you're going to know moving forward when you go to do this check-in, those are the areas you carry stress. And then we're going to move forward with trying to release that tension and that stress. Okay. So really the number one step is we're just trying to get into the habit of noticing what our body is trying to show us, again, with the clenched jaw, the raised shoulders, the tension headache. And we're not going to shame or guilt ourselves about it. We're just going to notice it, like I said, to be curious and to realize, okay, this is a consistent pattern that's going on, or this is something that I'm struggling with daily. Because until we can recognize these patterns and really take ownership for what's going on, it's going to be very hard to change. Okay, step 2 is that we're going to breathe. I would say really kind of breathe through the tension. So this is just going to be super simple. You're just going to take 3 to 5 deep breaths. You can do box breathing, which is 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out. Or what I like to do is a bit of a longer exhale. So breathe in for 4 through your nose, hold for 4, exhale for 6. And then really, as you're exhaling, what you're going to do is imagine releasing that tension and that tension kind of melting from that area in your body. So like for me, like my shoulders, dropping my shoulders, things like that. The other thing that I like to do is, let's say for me, I'm holding tension in my jaw and I have my jaw clenched. I will actually like manually, like not manually, but I will release that tension. I'll kind of like unclench my jaw and then drop my shoulders down and kind of like give my body a minute and then just remind myself, okay, I am good. I am safe. There's nothing here for me to be stressed about, and just kind of let that stress go from my body. Let's say your stomach is in knots. Then you can even place your hand there as you're doing this breathing exercise of the 4, hold for 4, and then release for 6. Place your hand there on your stomach. If your shoulders are tense, then you can try just like rolling them and, like I said, dropping them down away from your ears as you breathe. We just want to focus on kind of releasing and softening our body, because typically when we're stressed, we're tensing those muscles. So if we can soften and release those muscles, then it really is sending that response back to our body that you're safe, everything is okay. It's okay to relax those muscles. Okay, then after that, step 3, we're going to reset. So like I said, drop your shoulders away from your ears, unclench your jaw, relax your hands or your arms. That's another one. A lot of people will clench, like hold their hands tight, clench them up. Relax your hands, relax your arms down. And then put one hand on your chest. Typically what I do for my kids to calm them is I put my hand on their heart. Or you can just do it wherever you're feeling that tension. And then just say something like, I'm safe. I can let this go. Or, I know the Lord is here with me and I'm going to be okay. Something like that. Really make it your own, whatever you feel is going to help you to work through that stress. But just reminding yourself and your body that everything is okay. And this is going to help you to get out of that fight or flight or freeze pattern that you might be currently in at that moment. Okay, so this is what I want you to try. Just set a reminder or a calendar alert or an alarm or something like that that says check in with my body. And then when it goes off, like I said, walk yourself through this really quick exercise and see where you're at. You could also, if you're thinking, okay, well, I'll set the alarm and then forget to do it. Like when the alarm goes off, I'll shut the alarm off and forget to do it. That would be me. Another way to do this would be to tie it to something that you're already doing. So maybe it's like when you're going to make your morning coffee, you're going to do this. Typically, whenever I do it is when I'm driving my kids like in my van to their therapy session or something like that. Now, I don't do that every day of the week. So I've got to work on my consistency with it. But that is one time that I consistently have been doing it. So if you can tie it to some type of other activity, that can be very beneficial as well. Maybe it's whatever you're helping the kids get ready for bed at night, or when you're getting ready for bed at night, something like that. Really doing it at bedtime could be very beneficial too. Okay, so I just want to remind you that you don't have to wait until you're completely crashing and feeling like you're feeling terrible and you're feeling like you're about to lose it to take care of yourself. If we can really work in these tiny reset habits into our everyday life, it can help us to start towards healing and feeling better, just one simple thing at a time. I hope that today's episode has helped you. If you end up doing this, I would love to hear from you. If you start to notice a difference, even especially those 15, 30 minutes after you work through this, like what does your body feel like? Do you feel much more relaxed? Do you feel more equipped to handle the stress of life that's coming at you? If you want to share that with me, I would love it. You can come join us over in our free Facebook group and share it with us there. It is Chronic Health for Moms. I would love to see you there. I'll also have that linked down in the show notes below. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back next time. Hey friend, I hope you found today's episode helpful. If you did, would you take a quick minute to share it with another mom who is struggling with chronic health issues? And please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It means the world to me to know that this podcast is helping you. All right, time for me to tackle the snack request, and remember that a short walk, even if the kids turn it into a race, counts as self-care. Keep chasing those little wins, even when it feels messy. You're making progress.